Brews and Banter.
Hey, Frank.
Sup, Roman?
Does it feel like it's been a while?
It's been roughly a week.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I mean, precisely, really.
This is PG-13 and her boobs are crooked.
We gotta finish what we talked about before Paul came up. Also.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
Yeah. No. About what we're looking for online.
Oh, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. So, all right.
Welcome back, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, not welcome back.
Right?
He's never been here.
He's been here, but we had a little oopsie. That's okay. Paul is friends. Well, you guys talk about it. I don't know. You guys have the history.
Yeah. So this is Paul. Say hi, Paul.
Hello, Frank. Hello, Roman.
Hey, Paul.
So me and Paul played Pop Warner football together. We both graduated from Beeville.
Yep.
A year apart, and then we were sort of separated for not domestically, but like. As far as friendship goes, I went to Michigan. You kind of did your thing. We came back together just a couple years ago through Roman, because you met Roman.
Yep.
So now this is our threesome.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's cute.
And you're the pivot man.
Perfect.
Again?
Yay!
Not only you're a good friend, but you also brought beer.
I did.
And this is kind of cool. I've never had this before.
This is the El Segundo Brewing Company, Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA, a 6.7% bitch. What do you think, Roman? Is it going to get hot burn or no?
Yeah, I was looking for that 316. It's not on here.
Again, I don't have my glasses, so I can just barely read Broken Skull. I can barely read that.
You going to be able to open it?
They should have named it Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It is. It's stone cold beer.
Ah.
I'm kind of interested to see what this tastes like and see if Roman gets hot burn.
Is this IPA?
Yeah.
It is.
Well,
IPA a lot.
I'm interested. I'm curious why it's an IPA for Stone Cold, because he drinks what, like Budweiser or something?
I don't know what he's drinking.
He has another one. It's called like American Ale. It's a Pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little.
The can's not quite as cool, but
Yeah. No, these are cool cans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never associate Steve Austin with craft beer. I guess is what I'm
You
trying
can
to say.
associate anybody that pays anybody.
That is right. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Good seeing you guys.
You too.
You-
Sorry. We touch tips.
Watch we all get sick. Paul, you're never invited again.
Why? How old is this? 47 years.
That's interesting.
Yeah, not bad.
That's
It
really
tastes like
good,
an
actually.
IPA, but it's not super hoppy.
No, it finishes off pretty
It's
well.
very light IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, finish off well.
Yeah, the threesome's working.
Getting there good and deep, boy.
Go, my girl. Go, my girl.
Paul, I like your shirt.
It's better than the last one.
Is it really better than the last one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I got my wrist slapped.
What is that supposed to mean? Oh,
Got my wrist slapped.
So
no, that's good. Are you a fan?
Yes.
all 80s
But-
music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more so when David Lee Roth was
Yeah.
in the band. You
Yeah.
know.
I was cleaning my garage the other day. You saw how bad it was, right?
You see mine?
Well, I was cleaning my garage, and I was playing 80s classic music the whole time, just jamming. Once in a while, there's like these weird mixes would come up, like on Spotify. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Next.
Yeah, that's fucking weird because in the 80s you were like one.
No.
But
Yeah.
the irony of
No, but like that music was
Timeless.
written in the 80s, but when it became really popular, I was old enough.
Okay.
And I was not one.
Okay.
Come on.
Sure. Fucking
puberty.
Zygote.
But you know what's amazing about all those songs in the 80s is at one point in time.
Talk in the microphone.
Sorry.
Or bring it closer to you.
Yeah, I can do that. Sit
There you go.
back. The producer of whatever band or song was like, "Oh my God, guys, this is going to be the best song ever."
Yeah.
And you look at it, you listen to it today, and you're like, "What an awful song."
Yeah.
But back then we had, thick colored shoelaces, we
Yeah,
had
yeah,
suede Pumas,
Yeah.
and
yeah. Yeah, like the half shirts.
oh, I know what I wanted to ask.
We were Joe Dirt before Joe Dirt was Joe Dirt.
Do you remember? Let's see. You would have been in sixth grade. You went to Ray.
I did.
Sixth grade. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember Free Fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and my
They
buddies.
had a
were
little
just,
concert in the gym.
yeah, me and my buddies were just talking about that.
Yeah. That wasn't bad.
No, I mean it was all cover songs, but like
It wasn't bad then.
We got to get Free Fair on the podcast. I mean, they're probably like,
they're
Can you sing with dentures? I mean,
You could do a lot of things without dentures.
yeah. Okay.
With and without.
Over here, girl.
Get there, good and deep, boy.
I'll never forget. I spray painted my hair.
Yeah.
I had
Spray paint.
orange with a black stripe in the middle because I had a mullet, and I was all feathered. Loved it.
You had a mullet?
Oh, heck yeah.
You
Everybody
spray
had a
painted.
mullet.
That's why you lost all the hair.
No.
All the chemicals.
No. I actually had really long hair up until 1998.
Yeah.
It was like past my shoulders. I had it in a ponytail and all that stuff. And then my buddy and I went to our first NASCAR race. We went to the Daytona 500 in 1998. Now, him and I were big Dale Earnhardt fans, and he was like 0 for 20. He's never
Yeah.
won that race.
Yeah.
So,
He didn't win that one either.
yeah, he did.
In 98?
Yeah. It was, yeah. So it's our first NASCAR race. And our favorite driver, he won for the very first time. But on the way down there, we drove down there.
I thought it was like early 2000.
No.
Yeah.
So Kurt and I we made it down to like Jacksonville where my old roommate in college lived. And so we were staying with them, but we left at like 4 a.m. So now it's like, I don't know, maybe 3 p.m. Not even like maybe, about 3 p.m. And we stopped at south of the border, where like North Carolina and South Carolina meet, and they had that big,
It's a restaurant?
no, it's like a big rest area. It's called south of the border, and they sell like fireworks and
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but we went there and then we ended up staying there for like 2 hours playing video games. we were playing like a race car game.
Fuck, squirrel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I said, Kurt, listen, man, if I swear to God, if he wins this race, I'll shave my head. The bastard won. Oh. And so on the way back, we stopped at some truck stop and I'm shaving my head. And and ever since then, I'm like, I kind of like.
Guys like messing around. Like, oh, yeah, if he wins, I'll suck your dick. What happened? Would you do that?
He was talking about shaving hair. That escalated.
Oh, that's not a story that happens with you guys?
Well,
we don't play those games. He might be.
Look,
it's not a game, Roman.
No, it's not. It's love.
Yeah.
It's love. And it's not weird until you make eye contact.
Right.
So
you can Eiffel Tower. Oh, no. Is it London Bridge? No, London Bridge when you don't touch.
Eiffel Towers when
you're double teaming.
That's the first I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, so like
but I want it.
All right, cool. Roman,
I want it.
Roman, drink more. Pass out.
Yeah, please. Here, take mine. Take mine.
Chug.
I'm in the wrong circle.
This is good, right?
That's really good.
This isn't bad.
That's one of my favorite IPAs.
I was avoiding buying this just because I didn't realize it was. I thought it was just going to be shit beer.
What got me is you know how like Wegmans has the craft packs?
Yeah.
And they had it there. So I'm like, that's the perfect time to try it.
Yeah.
Like instead of committed to buy a 4-pack.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
But it's different because like I said, it's not over citrusy and you don't have a lot of hops in it, but it is an IPA, 6.7%. So
and the can's cool.
You know what? It tastes like it tastes like Pilsner, but it's an IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's light.
Yeah,
and,
no, I agree.
I like those
Probably
Wegmans. I like the Wegmans craft beer section when you can like. I feel like I'm Red Riding Hood, fucking walking around picking beer, putting in my basket,
frolicking.
So when I lived in Fulton, there's a price shopper up there, and Rondek or Saranac came out with their trail mix.
Yeah.
And it had like the Black Forest,
right.
the whatever. And I really didn't like the Black Forest, so I was like ahead of the game. I used to make my own craft pack in the store. I would take and fill it up with like their.
That's also called theft, but yeah,
that's right.
We could call it craft pack.
But I still bought it.
Selective shopping.
So then, I mean, I think a lot of stores like nailed it when they decided to go with getting a craft pack because now you try different things and you're not committed.
Yeah,
and that's like we talked about World of Beer, right? And we talked about that. Mm-hmm. I wish that place was still open, man.
Another place that does that is Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
They have, I think, larger selection than Wegmans.
I got this in the one in DeWitt, and that's pretty enormous, like their craft section. But I just think it's a good idea.
Well, it's nice because you get to like try just one can and not commit to a 6-pack and then hate it.
Oh yeah.
That way you're like, all right, I'll never buy this again, or I like that. Everybody's got a different palate, so.
Oh yeah. We were talking about World of Beer. you've been there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and again, I know I previously said that I wish the place was still open. The owner Neil was just a great guy. Like,
You just wish it was open so you could cash in your points.
No, I already cashed in my.
Oh, you did?
So
That's why they closed.
all right, so
I'll put him out of
There's no money that day.
well, were you guys part of the loyalty club? Did you guys sign up for that? So it was $15 to join, and
That's why they give like appetizers and shit, like get credit towards appetizers or something. Yeah.
sort of kind of like so you paid $15 and you got like a T-shirt that says your Black Loyalty Club, whatever, and every new beer you tried, you got a point. They give you a card. So I bought this. It's a point. You can't. The only time you could ever double dip, like if you just drink Bud Light, like you get no points.
I see.
Except one.
You get 0.1.
Yeah, but if you buy a bottle and then a draft, like 1-on-1.
Okay.
So,
Unless you know the bartender and you get all kinds of fucking points.
well, that's funny you say that because there's a spin off to that. So, you get to 50 points, you get a 50-point T-shirt. 100, get a 100 points T-shirt. 250, you get a plaque on the wall, which I wish I had a picture of my plaque. Actually,
He's got the play.
yeah, hang on. Actually, I think I might have it. So
So that's 250 beers or 250 different.
beers, yeah. So
Well, you could have a can or a bottle, so it could be different vessels. It doesn't have
yes,
to be different beers. Yeah.
but the whole point of it was to try new beers. Like that's what their premise was behind. So when you got to 500, they gave you a party, and it was a $250 beer tab and a $150 food tab.
Wow.
So Kurt and I were like famous for going there like Sunday morning for brunch. We'd go to the flea market and then have breakfast at like 10 o'clock and we're like chugging, But we got to like 4:44 one weekend, and I'm like, Kurt, man, like we can do this, dude. So we went on a mission, man. Like the following week, like every night, we're just like chugging. Well, one of the downfalls of going there is, you pay $8 for a draft of Sam Adams. You can pay $6, but you had the rent of the mall, whatever. But I always like going there because of the staff. I mean, they were just awesome. I was by no means the most like
Good looking.
well played. Well played. Like there was, so when they what I'm trying to get at here is when they closed. Well done. Air high five on that one, man.
Oh, Eiffel Tower.
Not even air. When
Don't misuse that.
I didn't misuse it. We touched like Eiffel Tower.
so
Eiffel Tower, our logo.
when they closed, I was 21st in like rankings of the most beers tried. You know what I mean? And I had like I think 841.
841 beers you tried?
Yes.
Oh.
Different. Well, not
yeah,
just
right,
me.
yeah.
But there's a gentleman named Todd had like 3,000.
Fuck Todd.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that.
Well, who does that? But but I was like, I always talked to staff. We tipped well. You know what I mean? And it paid dividends because like I would walk in there, it'd be packed, and they would be like, "Hang on, Paul, we'll get you a table." And I wasn't like, we weren't like belligerently drunk, and getting their face,
you're respectful,
whatever. Yeah. So but what they would do is I'd be like, Rebecca, here, use my card and scan it for that table, and just get points of stuff that they drank. But I'll never forget. Hang on, that's my plaque at World of Beer.
It was like a fucking half inch by 3 or something.
You're a Batman fan?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Bat wings.
You're Robin.
Read what it says.
It says,
Can we read it?
Yeah.
drinking beer may cause memory loss. Even worse, it may cause memory loss. How big is that plaque?
About the size of a brick.
Okay, but you got it out of there before they closed?
Yeah,
That's cool.
They saved it for me.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my second plaque because someone stole. No. Time out. Someone stole my first one. They
stole a Paul
What are the
plaque?
chances someone have the same name as you?
Yeah.
Well, that's just that.
Yeah.
So
Astronomical.
especially with the spelling.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic hit, like the mall closed down, whatever. But trying to get some exercise, I would walk the mall when it opened up for mall walkers before it would start work. And I walked by World of Beer, and my plaque was gone. So I reached out to Neil, and I felt like a jerk. So I wanted to be like, "Hey, man, I feel bad. You're about to lose your business, but do you know where my plaque is? Like, can you buy me a new one?" I didn't say it like that, but they got me a new one.
Yeah.
And this time we put it on the other side of the pillar so the bar can see it. Maybe someone took it because they were a Batman fan, and the saying is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I doubt because they grabbed it because of me.
So if someone has that, send it back.
Wait, did you say you were a mall walker?
I was.
Were you like the youngest one there?
Yeah, and you know what? Some biatch. I'll never forget it. So, I have no idea what her name is.
Tripped you?
Yeah. So I had my work clothes on, and I'm at a good pace. And if you do all the levels, it's like 5.7 miles. Like if you walk on the outside.
Can you walk and drink beer?
Well, I used to hydrate at World of Beer. But this old lady, she had to be, I don't know, in her 80s, and she had ankle weights, and she passed me. So I'm like, I'm trying to pick up the pace. I have my work boots on, and I'm like huffing and puffing, and she's just like, I was like, oh.
She was probably working to that point for a long time. She's like, that youngster over there, I'm going to pass him with weights.
Yeah, you got to pass with ankle weights. What the fuck?
I want a tripper.
Yeah. You break your toe or something.
Yeah. Or cut her off at the pass and cut through.
Probably
cheating.
She's probably crop dusting you the whole way.
Oh, I know. I was so mad.
She'll fill her diaper and not refill it.
It goes,
mine's like,
yeah, here's like,
So where's the
yours
pack now?
up at camp.
Oh.
Yeah, they gave it to me. Okay, hang on. So let me talk about the 500 party.
Yeah.
So right about when we were at like 450, they decided to change the rules. So instead of doing that $250 bar tab and $150 food tab, they made it so like every $75 you spent, you got like a $5 like on your card. You know what I mean? So in a way, it kind of balanced out. But they grandfathered me in because I was one of the first people to do it. You know, like they opened up in 2013. I was actually there for the ribbon cutting. I just happened to be there as a fluke. And I tried to sneak in there, and all these execs, you know, they're looking at me, and
you're like one of these fucking guys that like impersonates like part of the band and like part of the crew.
try
Like
to sneak in.
you just dress like you belong in the executive suite.
Well, I had an Iron Maiden T-shirt, you know, and a baseball hat. But I was one of the first people to sign up for it, so they grandfathered me in for that. And I did the party around Christmas time, so all my friends came in town to see their families.
Do they close the restaurant for your party, or it's just with?
There's a little private room off to the side.
Okay.
So yeah, they were more than accommodating. Steve Tillman came. Chris Burns, Danny Michaels, Coach came. Yeah. And we're all chugging beers. Yeah. And Kurt's like, Coach is like, oh, I'll take a bourbon. And we're all looking at him, you know. But it was just weird to hang out with him, you know what I mean, in this setting. But he had a great time. Great food. I missed that place. I wish it was still open.
Is there any open?
No, not in New York State.
The whole company's gone?
No, it's based in Florida.
Okay.
You know, it's up and down the East Coast, but I think the closest one used to be one in Albany and Buffalo. I think the closest one is like Philadelphia, maybe.
So that didn't even last 10 years?
No.
Yeah.
Did the owners open anything new or similar?
Yeah, it's called Electric Karma. It's an Indian infused restaurant, and I guess the reviews are phenomenal.
Where is that?
At World of Beer. The same owner who owned World of Beer, he closed that and he opened up.
All right, so they're still tenants of the space. They're just different business.
Yep.
Oh, they lost all that decor and everything in there?
Yeah, well, they painted the bricks,
you
know, but not to, you know, advertise somebody else's business or whatever, but like his wings are phenomenal.
Yeah.
The tandoori wings, they're Indian. Oh,
interesting.
So good. So good.
Yeah. I mean, if you
wings with Indian flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, it's just as long as you don't get shot on the way in and out of there.
Yeah, I know. That's really,
I know. Unsafe.
We go to Eastview Mall. It's an hour away, but I mean, it's just a totally different vibe.
Yeah, because Great Northern's like shuttered.
Yeah, I know. What a shame.
You know, like a fucking, they get food trucks in a furniture store.
I know, and potholes.
Did I ever tell you about my idea for this mall?
You did, right?
Did I?
Yeah, about old people housing?
So
they could wear weights and pass Paul?
Not old people, just...
I'll take them all out, man.
Paul puts his football gear on.
Absolutely.
Bowling for elders?
Yeah, I'll be like, what the heck? Medulla oblongata.
That's the thing in the back.
Yeah, but who said that? What? Adam Sandler. What movie was it?
Waterboy?
Yeah, I'll be like him. Just take him right out.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, that's great.
No, I was saying that these malls that close could be converted to mixed use, like commercial and residential. Like you can turn some of the stores into condos.
Yeah.
And if they do all that, they're going to need to hire someone.
Me.
Fact.
Yeah. And if they need extra staff, we have an ad for that. Are you looking to hire somebody new for your business? or your business is expanding and you're short of staff? Well, with ZipRecruiter, you can post your jobs to 100 plus job sites with just one click. Then their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to your job, better than anyone else. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other job sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them. In fact, over 80% of job posts on ZipRecruiter get qualified candidate in just 24 hours. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Simply screen, rate, and manage candidates all in one place with ZipRecruiter easy-to-use dashboard. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/podcast. That's ZipRecruiter.com/podcast. And one more time, try for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/podcast.
Paul made a drawing for you.
Yeah, this went by mine.
Oh, that's so nice. He's so artistic. Look at that. He even broke right through.
Probably a little bit bigger than you used to.
That's right. A little shiitake.
No joke. I mean, there really will be fireworks when you come to our event.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the event, let's just do a really quick plug. We're hosting a Hops on the Seneca, and that is going to be on June 13th, located at Island Escape in Baldwinsville, New York. And we are going to have Grow Brewery pouring beer. We're going to have a food truck and live music. We have 2 bands that are playing. So really cool event. It's going to be also during Seneca River Day celebration, 30th anniversary. Rotary Club holds this annual event every year. So please come out. If you don't stop at our place, you can go over there first, check out some bands, different food trucks. And after that, our party is going to be open late. Maybe you want to extend your party time and stop over at our event and continue the fun.
Yeah, we can all drink together. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah. It'll be fun, especially if it's nice. Plus, we have indoor-outdoor space.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of space, enough food, enough beers, and if you're not into beers, there'll be sodas, and there'll be a food truck as well.
What's cool for me is I could park at my mom's and just walk, you know, in case it's going to be crowded here, not just for your event, but
even if it's so say it's not nice. I mean, it's still going to be warm.
Yeah,
you know, if it rains, I don't know what the fuck it's going to do in a month from now, but at least it's not wintertime.
I'm glad that they're having bands back on Paper Mill Island.
Yeah,
like that when they shut that down, it was kind of a shame.
Well, yeah. So I think that's why everything's got an 10 for noise ordinance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they stopped it completely altogether. Yeah. You know, because I get it, man. Like,
was that during COVID?
No. People were just bitching about it.
Yeah, they were bitching.
Really?
Yeah, the people who live along the river. You know, the sound just travels. And
I was doing a job on the river. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
I was remodeling a deck, and I loved it.
Yeah, right?
I got live music while I'm working. Absolutely. I turned my radio down. I was listening to the bands.
And it wasn't, I mean, for me, being a lifelong resident here in the village, like, it was great seeing people walking the streets. I mean, like every business benefited, everyone.
Yep.
And
there's enough to go around for sure.
And not any homeowners in specific, but it was a lot of the ones that were in the village along the river that just, I get it. It's loud. But I'm glad that they came up with a compromise where they cut it off at a certain time. But I remember when Rusted Root played here, they were phenomenal.
Yeah. That was during one of our grad. The fuck is it?
Graduation.
Sounds like
Dick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, reunions.
Oh,
one of our high school reunions. Yeah,
close.
Your Dick reunion. But
Dick Union.
Didn't they play like because they don't have the reunions anymore? It used to be the first weekend in August.
Well, yeah,
our high school reunions.
Well, yeah, actually, my 35th is coming up.
Yeah,
it's the first weekend of August.
I thought they got rid of it though.
Well, yeah, they kind of did, only because of us. Like, I think I was telling the story before. Like, my graduating class, like, we're a pretty tight group. I'm sure your
we're tight. We're tight with your group.
Yeah, right. And so, any preceding class or, class of whatever 2000, they would have their reunion
But we'd infiltrate.
Yeah, and like totally dominate. So people were getting pissed. And I get it, but we just all got together. A lot of it has to do with Siobhan Scott's golf tournament, and a wonderful thing, and so we all get together for that, and it just kind of coincided. But they kind of got rid of it. But this year, it's our 35th.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
What I like about this area is the entire municipal parking area is big. I mean, I wish it was even bigger.
Yeah.
Because this place can get crowded easily.
Oh yeah.
And everything is walkable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like park there and you can go eat, you can go drink, you can go listen to live music events.
All less than a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So growing up, again, I grew up right here in the village. You know, the fire department used to be here.
Yeah.
Like in this parking lot. So there was no municipal parking.
Yeah. This wasn't here, right?
The fire barn used to be right here. But we used to go to the Oktoberfest
Yeah.
at the old Tri-County Mall. We're talking about malls.
Yeah, you used to sell furniture there, right, Paul? Didn't you?
No, I worked at Dave Brothers.
Yeah, okay. Didn't you sell at the parking lot at Tri-County Mall? You and your friends?
Those were mattresses. They were testing.
Yeah. And we're,
Okay. If you really want me to tell the story, I won't mention names, but I'll tell the story.
Your name's there, so you can mention it.
It was so bad. But
I mean, you were like 10, right?
well, no, I was young. I was like 22, maybe. You know, we did it.
I want to hear the story now.
But hang on, let me do the first one, man. Don't get me off the rails, man. Okay, you got to reel me in. But and the Oktoberfest used to be here in Beeville was phenomenal.
Yep.
It was Anheuser-Busch. They used to bring the Clydesdales here. I mean, it was a big deal.
It was all right where those apartments are that burned down.
Yeah, it used to be Tri-County Mall there. It used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I've been to one Oktoberfest, which was in this parking lot.
Yeah.
They would put the tents up.
It's not how it like used to be. You know, it was awesome. And we would, you know, my mom, dad, my brother and sisters and I, we would walk, you know, cut right through the cemetery, which at night as a kid, right, is either scary or fun, you know, and, and where the barbecue place is down here, it used to be the old Riverside bar.
Oh, where Angry Smokehouse is?
Yes. It used to be.
It was Lock 24 and then.
Yeah, it used to be the Riverside. It had dirt floor. You know,
Oh, really?
Oh, it was fights there
I
all
think
the time.
that was supposed to be a Doug's Fish Fry originally
That I don't know.
because I think it was the same owner that owned the Beeville Diner.
The well, it burnt down.
Yeah.
The owner, there's rumors behind it, you know, whatever. But like, but I remember, you know, walking by there and you see, you know, when I'm 10 years old and you see like a bar fight, you want to stop and watch, but at the same time you want to get out of there. But the tragic part about that is there was like several times where people who aren't from the area, like in the fall when the water's still warm but it's cold out, like you get fog, like it gets pretty foggy around here. And there's a few times where people would go across the bridge and they would see the Riverside and they would hang a right to go right to the park, not knowing that there's another bridge. And they used to go, people used to
Dunk it.
right in the locks, pulling bodies out and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear a story recently? A kid fell in and the guy jumped in to get him out.
Yeah. I
That's
saw
a super bad current there.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, you imagine like people they see the lights to the place, they, you know, and they just would go. That's when they put they didn't have guardrails, which seemed kind of odd.
Yeah,
Now they do.
Yeah. It's always
And I
reactionary.
think, I don't know how many years back, not that long, but the owner of the lock, didn't he jump in or fell in and died?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought the owner of the lock.
I feel
Well, who would
this
own the lock?
Well, the state does. No, actually, no. I know what I think you're thinking of. You talk about maybe something like 10 years ago.
Maybe
Yeah.
within 10 years.
So this conversation went dark.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's a broken skull, man.
There was a maintenance crew doing some work over here by the dam, and the guy got his leg caught, like he stuck. Well, they opened up the dam, and so they couldn't get him out.
Yeah.
So the water's rising. They're trying to get him out, and that's how he drowned. You imagine that? You imagine?
You're stuck there.
Yeah. It was up to here, and then the water level just and they couldn't get communication to close the gate, if you will.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's no great way to die.
You
right?
do die quick from that. You know, it's not like you struggle. I mean, you struggle for a little bit, but you die quick.
The fuck, Roman?
I don't know how you would.
Merry Christmas.
How long can you fucking hold your breath?
Until you drown, I suppose. But like, then you got to suffer.
Plus, well, not only that, plus all that water just forcing up against your body is just like, there's no way. You just suffocate and you're
I just
done.
couldn't imagine. You know what I mean? Like it just.
Yeah.
You're like,
Anyways,
let's
so
talk about
that
something more jovial.
and then there's a mattress story.
Yes.
I mean, furniture story. Whatever.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So me and my buddies, I don't know if I should tell the story.
Okay, if you don't think it's,
I don't.
All right.
I'll leave one part out.
can
okay?
you turn it down a little bit.
Okay, so
Now everybody wants to hear.
Yeah, put it on 7. Don't leave it on 10.
okay, so me and my buddies, my one friend, his family owned a furniture store, and they used to have this big sale in a parking lot. It used to be the old Penn Can Mall parking lot.
Right where the Oktoberfest was.
No, Tri-County Mall.
You
Penn Can
were
Mall,
okay. Yeah.
which is great, by the way.
Yeah.
So we got hired to watch the furniture overnight, like because they would be in a tent, like we were security, whatever. And so there'd be like 16 of us, and we're all on couches, and we were all watching pornos. we all had blankets on. I know we're all watching it.
Very further.
I just remember, I remember looking around, going, "Are you doing it too? Because I am."
Oh, why are you talking? You don't talk.
No, shh.
No, you don't talk to each other.
I swear to you, there was like 16 of us.
No, that's like
And then we
pissing at the
woke up-
urinal. You don't look at the dick next to you.
And then we woke up the next day all like mosquito bitten, like all like. It was terrible.
God.
I mean, we were young, man. We're like in our mid-20s.
Were there stains on these couches?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you'd ask, hey, you do it too? Like, can you spare a square? Like, what the fuck, man?
I mean, it was like a VHS. It was all grainy.
Yeah.
And then like you get the ribbon in there, like it hits skin.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, come on, it's like the best part, man.
The panties come on.
You were watching through like fucking antennas. You're like, man, hold the antenna for better reception.
Yeah, with your free hand, grab that rabbit ear.
Right? It was so. I mean, you can't make it up, right?
There was a lot of.
No, but I'm wishing you did.
Oh my gosh! I wonder if there was a lot of condensation in that tent overnight.
No, it was wide open. I mean, it had obviously the tent part, but like
Oh my god!
But no one stole any furniture.
Yeah,
They're probably like, this is weird.
because
Nobody's gonna want to.
it was DNA secure. That's why.
It smells like burnt rubber and ass. Why?
Did you bleach that? No.
God, anybody listening to this podcast
no.
that still owns that piece of furniture from that time,
Probably
they're
stuck to it.
They're gonna be checking.
They probably died or stuck to it.
It was pleather.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So at least it's easy to clean.
They're like, also these are removable.
Yeah,
I was never able to
Flip the
move.
cushion over,
Yeah, that's right.
and then we pull up.
Oh,
It's like
good.
Velcro.
Oh my!
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Don't buy furniture from Paul.
Hey, nope, not in the furniture business.
Yeah.
I broke it in though.
That's
We
I
broke
tested
it in.
it for
It
you.
works. It works.
But yeah, like just growing up here in the village was like the changes.
It's still good now. It's still nice now.
It's tremendous.
There's so much more here than when we grew up. There's even the way they do the architecture. You sort of make things match. You got to go to the planning board, all these things. But like, there's so many more things. Like Morris Pumps is gone, and you got Kinney's there, or the library was never there. Like, I think it was just put up a year before we graduated, maybe.
I think so.
Who do we talk to about libraries' mortgage or tax breaks or something like that, and they extended it?
What?
Who do we talk to about?
Are you asking who did we talk to, or who do we talk to?
Who did we talk to about library having us to like pay for the construction of it or something like that? And it was
We're
supposed
still
to
paying
be,
for it.
Yeah.
It's supposed
It's
to
like
be
the
like
Thruway.
30 years, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to stop, and then
It's the same as the Thruway.
yeah.
Maybe it was Coach. Maybe Coach is stopping the library.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, they don't. The money doesn't go. Like your taxes never go down your fucking house.
No, I know. Like, yeah, it's my dad was pretty upset about that library because where it was originally was fine.
Yeah.
And I get it. You want to expand people's minds, whatever, but he was bad out of shape. 'Cause, like, why do they need that?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a
they
big
had
building.
to build the library so you guys could go get those VHS porn tapes, and then
Look, man, I still can't figure out the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
I'd be like, just tell me where it is. Like, whatever. Like 27AB
Yeah.
-2. Like, shut up.
Now you got a fucking app, right? You just follow it. They track you through the store.
Is that what you?
I think you can.
Well, I can't read, so I don't go to the library.
Have you even been to that library, Paul?
are you talking about like a grocery store? Or?
I don't know. I'm making shit up. See what Paul believes.
No, but there is. You're right.
For the library?
Not. I don't know about library.
I know the
but
grocery
like
store has
a
them.
grocery store like Home Depot. If you want to find the product, it will tell you
Yeah.
where on the map.
Yeah. Are you being serious or no?
No, I'm not being serious.
Okay, good.
No, I don't think you can do that. I mean, what are librarians for then?
Yeah. Good.
What do you need them?
To tell you to be quiet.
Yeah. Why would you go do what you're doing on our furniture outside? You can go to a nice library.
Right?
Because he couldn't keep it down. He was too loud.
Plus, you got a book stand.
Yeah, but then I would have to read, some exotic thing.
Yeah, but plus you got a book stand to put the.
That's true. That's true. God, I wish I.
Paul's going to the library.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah,
Do
it's.
they still have adult sections?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Because couldn't you like rent adult videos back then?
Well, yeah. There
You
was.
used to be able to do it like Blockbuster and shit like that. The little dark room in the back.
Well, actually, do you remember the video store across?
Yeah, over next to Tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the adult
Yeah.
section there.
Wasn't that like Red Rocket or something? What's it called?
Just Reds.
Yeah, was it Reds?
Yeah, just Reds.
Okay, huh?
I didn't want to mention.
I might have added the Rocket, but
Yeah, they had the adult section.
how great would that be if it was a Red Rocket?
Red Rocket. Wait, isn't that like a female term?
It's your dog's dick.
I
The
know
Red
that.
Rocket.
Oh, I'm thinking of.
No, it comes out of the sheath like this.
Wait, I'm thinking of something rabbit.
Looks like a lipstick.
What do you call it? Like a used tampon? Don't they call it like something rocket bloody rabbit or something like that?
I don't know. I'm talking about the dog's dick looks like lipstick. Like you twirl the lipstick. Whoop.
Okay, I know what that, but like I never heard that term before.
Crayon.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god. Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Oh my gosh. So
porn.
now, okay, try not to keep it off the rails. All right. So a good friend of mine. It was one of those times around the holidays that we all got together, and so a bunch of us got together at the Seneca, whatever, over here, the restaurant. So me and my friend, we go to the bathroom, and I look over, and there's a condom on the sink, but it's not opened. It's like in a package. So I'm like, hey man, look, I got an idea. So I took the condom, and I opened it up, and I dropped it in my friend's drink. Like didn't roll it out. Like I put it in there like an ice cube.
Yeah.
And so
Like an ice cube.
I swear to God. So you can't make this up. So he takes a sip and it sticks to his nose. Right? So I'm dying laughing, right? You can't make this up.
You probably can't see it either.
No, it stuck to his nose. So
Yeah.
it came out and it was like,
Dick nose.
yeah. So, dude, he took it off. He knew it was me and he flung it and it stuck right to my eye. Like it was like the perfect shot. So I'm in the bar and I'm going, arr,
It's like being Penn Can Mall again.
condom right here.
One night Willie.
One in a million shot, man. It stuck right here. I was like, this is awesome. It was so good.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
But when he took the sip and it stuck,
Oh my god.
and we just started
On the
dying.
nose.
Yeah.
We knew a guy who worked up north, like in this kind of Loudville area, wherever, at a grocery store or a convenience store, gas station. He was young. He'd take pins and he'd poke holes in the condom
Oh
packages.
no.
No,
No, that's fucked up.
that's awful.
Well, it's fucked up for someone else.
Fucked up. on
Awful.
a
I didn't
different
think
level.
about that first. Who is that
so
guy?
bad.
So mad.
Yeah, my idol.
Who does that?
Yeah.
You have any kids you don't know about?
Oh boy.
He swallowed them all.
little spermicide here. Not a bad thing. Just not a bad thing. But yeah, man, it's
They might flag this episode.
no, we're not. It's not that
We
bad.
didn't mention any names.
No.
So yeah, didn't you have a college story you were talking about?
Oh, the talent show.
Yeah, it's a talent show.
So,
Did you go to college? Any friends from here?
Did I go? With
Did you guys all go to one school together? Or
No,
I don't know if anybody went.
So after I graduated high school, you always think about things after the fact, right? Like, I didn't give a shit about academics in high school. I just like socializing. I had a lot of friends. My teachers all said, like, Paul, you're not dumb. You just don't apply yourself. I'm like, I know, and so graduated, and then trying to find, I went to OCC. It's a good school to go to if you don't know exactly what you want to do. You know what I mean? Community college. Then you kind of take
That's
a
a good
path. Whatever.
college.
Yep. And so I went there for 2.5 years, and then I went to Gannon
Wait,
University.
it's a 2-year school.
I understand that. So,
Then
You thought he was going to brush
I
right
was
by that one.
wondering- I was wondering if you guys would pick up on
he
that.
didn't apply himself.
Yeah.
That's right. But then, at some point, you just mature, right? Like, even though we're acting immature, but like you just, I got to do something. So I buckled down, whatever. And matter of fact, I changed my schedule so I would take evening and night classes. And benefited me tremendously.
Yeah,
I would
because you can't do this.
I would work at Chase Picken during the day.
Yep.
Chase Picken.
Yep.
And then, go to school at night. And it was like life changing. You know what I mean? Like you just, I don't know, it started buckling down and it really showed. It made the dean's list, whatever. But then, because I played football my entire life, I went 2.5 years without playing it. So I wanted to get back into it. So I just worked my ass off, condition wise. Went to Gannon University to play football there.
Where's that at?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too far, far, but not too far. The only thing about that, great school, the only thing that negative to say about that is if you're looking for that persona college life, like out in the country with beautiful foliage, you know what I mean? Like it's downtown Erie, you know what I mean? Like it's not, that's the only thing, but great school. So all the freshmen, you have to do like this talent show.
Every freshman or just freshman football?
Freshman football.
Oh.
Yeah. So you had to get in front of the whole, the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was 130 plus kids on the team. Back
What?
then, back then they had JV. You know what I mean? This is back in '93.
They had JV in college?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. So, it was Division II school. So I'm like, shit, I can't sing. Certainly can't dance. I doubt they're going to want me talk about furniture.
Yeah.
So I couldn't think of anything. So I'm pacing back and forth. I'm like, I can tell jokes, but I don't have any. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like spur of the moment. Like you say something and I'll crack a comment about it. So I'm like, well, look, I can make myself fart. I can. And so
like you could do it
demand?
now?
On demand.
You could do it right now?
No, I'm actually
No.
turtling right now. Like if I do it, like it's coming out, man. So I'm turtling right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can. I get on my hands and knees and I can actually suck in air and it doesn't smell.
Oh my
I swear to God, I'll show you later.
Fuck this.
Okay, so that was so I
Got
came
this
out.
from one of those porn tapes.
No, shh, let me finish. So I had a pair. I got them as a birthday gift, like when I was 19. I had a pair of dinosaur slippers that would. Every step you took, it was like you crushing a building, and then every fifth step, it would go rawr, like Godzilla or whatever. So I came out on the stage. I swear to God, I came out on the stage, and everyone's looking at me. I was laughing at the slippers at first. So then I get down all hands and knees, and I'm staring at the coaches, and I got the microphone, and I'm like, and that was they were just, they were just dying. And that's all I could do. It just made myself fart. So I did it for 5 minutes. I was sucking air.
Does your belly hurt?
No. I know. It sounds ludicrous.
I could do it burping.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just different hole. So I did it for like 5 minutes. So
He goes on his fours
With his dinosaur slippers.
I know. And so I nailed it. You know what I mean? Now, so a few things came out of that. Now,
Literally, I'm sure.
yeah, right?
Like pink eye. The whole fucking team got pink eye.
Stink. I immediately came. I was already popular to begin with when it came out. Dude, when we shut the camera off, I'm going to do it, man. Are you swear to God?
I don't want to see it.
No, you don't have to see it. Just fucking listen to it. You don't have to fucking see it.
He said few things came out of it.
Okay, so now when I transferred to the university, I was a second semester sophomore, academically, but I was a freshman on the football team. So I was one of two freshmen to make the varsity team. I played wide receiver.
Did they pass? Did they?
Yeah, they ran the wing tee.
Yeah,
It was tough.
Yeah.
No, I didn't start. I was the third receiver. That's still.
Okay.
As
a freshman.
Yeah, but I was also 22 years old. So, you know what I mean? So, I was an instant hit because I could buy beers for parties, and this and that. So, after the talent show.
So, you were like Chad Heineke. Remember that guy? Hanky.
Yeah, no.
Not Heineke.
You talk about the dude from Florida State?
Yeah, who was like 40 and he was still in college?
Winky.
Chris Winky.
Yeah. He was good.
Yeah.
I think he won the
because he's fucking seasoned.
he was like 27 or something like that. But so I got invited to like all the parties. Now my roommates happened to be like probably four of the most popular kids on campus. So like I nailed it. You know what I mean? So got invited to like all the parties. all the fraternities were trying to get me to join. I'm like, guys, I have my brother's football team. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm good, man. But when they had, without the coaches, they had like a freshman orientation for the football team, and so we're at the football house, and it's just beer and it was like this and that. Well, they made all the freshmen do up downs and beer and urine. Yeah, I know. So I'm sitting back, and I'm like, they're like,
fuck, man, this is disgusting.
I know. So it was like hazing, but without hazing. You know what I mean? Like no one got hurt. They blew the whistle. You either did it or you didn't. You know what I mean? And everyone did it because they wanted to do it. And I sat back, and I remember my one teammate was like, dude, you're a freshman. Get out there. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, dude, I'm older than all you guys.
Right.
Like,
I bought your beer, bitch.
Yeah. Well, I didn't for that party, but I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. Like, come on, man. No, what I did.
That's where you draw the line, Paul. Really? Is that fucking it? Okay.
I have integrity.
You got some morals now.
I do.
Fuck.
My moral compass was hooks to
I only
the
do it
left.
my friend's piss, no one else's.
That's right. Which is another story about that. So we but what I didn't do is I didn't participate in any of the comments being made to the freshmen because I was a freshman. You know what I mean? So I sat in the back and I wasn't like, do it faster, do better, but yeah, it was a good experience. The
team was any good or no?
We finished, I think 8-4. But if you're a receiver, that's a tough offense to play. It really is. Like, there's no. It's either a bomb, and that's it. Like, there's no. It just
there wasn't much variety.
No, and so I left there, and then I went to transfer to Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm. And you played football there?
No, they didn't have football, but that was okay.
Yeah.
No,
they had bikini girls, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice trade-off if you like girls.
Yeah. I like girls. But then I decided to take a path of I was a dual major, elementary ed and special ed. Like I wanted to be a teacher, and then started going through the program there, and I didn't have any athletic scholarship that I got from Gannon. So, it was coming out of pocket, whatever, and I kind of ran out of money. So, look, I'll take a semester off, which so many millions of people do, and they hardly ever go back. And I was one of them.
Yeah.
I started doing construction. Actually, I was doing construction prior to that because I worked at the Carousel Mall when that was being built. Got my first $350 paycheck. I'm like, who needs school, man? Are you kidding me? Losers.
Yeah. Fucking Milwaukee's Best Buys.
Yeah. They don't make Milwaukee's Best Light anymore, do they?
I didn't know they made it to begin with.
Well, they did. These have
Beast Light.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All those parties up in the Hollow and stuff. Oh, yeah. So good. So, back then it was strictly quantity. Like there was no.
Oh, yeah. It could be 1% alcohol. You're going to drink 50 of them.
Yeah. Then remember the Molson Triple X? Oh, yeah. And look at it now. Like you can only buy it in like a deuce or whatever.
Or Molson Brews used by the border.
I think some of those you have to go across the border to buy.
Well, you can still buy the.
I haven't seen Molson Triple X here.
Well, you can buy it like in the deuce can.
Yeah.
Like
here?
Oh, yeah. Like all the stores have them. When you start to get older and you got money, you kind of you bypass that to go to like the Foster's oil can.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
get that one instead. But but you can if you go to the border, it's stronger. But apparently Bradors is like the Milwaukee's Best of Canada. And I never knew that. I love Bradors. But I remember I had a sales rep that lived in Canada, and we would get together once every couple months. And I'm like, man, just when you come, bring a case of Bradors. I'll give you money for it. Yeah. And he's like, you want that crap? Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Sleeman's. I think Sleeman's is also big up there.
Yes.
Sleeman's.
Yeah, it is. Because Chris lives up in
Yeah.
And he, every once in a while, I guess at the duty free, they have a craft pack section.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because Chris would.
At the border?
Yeah. Chris would come and he would visit me and up at camp and he'd have like a variety of.
Yeah, because you're like a half hour from the border camp.
Not even.
Yeah.
I could see the Thousand Islands Bridge from a camp. Mm-hmm.
I was just at Thousand Islands.
That's pretty cool though, because he's going to be part of our 51st state.
It's one of my it's one of my favorite areas. Like if I would ever own a property on water, I would want to own it there.
Yeah, that's so the camp that I own, Coach Stan Flippo is also in the same park. We're not on the water. You can see the water. But it's just a different vibe up there. It's an hour and 20 minutes from door to door, and it's just different. Yeah. You know, like the air is different. Like just, even though the people are from here too, it's just
yeah. So the air, like the air's fresher is different, but even Beeville is different than in Syracuse.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what's interesting? The area code 315 goes as far as like past Thousand Islands.
Yeah. It's huge, Tom.
315 is
the hugest.
Yeah.
It's the hugest.
So
I think there's
so
only
you
one
were
of
in
those.
construction before Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Then you got into construction there.
Commercial.
And then you never got back.
Well, no. Actually, I got
Never gone back to college is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Right. So then you took the career path of construction.
Yep. Yeah.
And
then I got into sales.
Sales?
Yeah. I mean, it worked hand in hand. Always, Chase Pickin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of like...
we worked together there.
Can you tell me a story about Disney and like tunnels and shit like that? Is that during the construction phase?
You built them?
We did. We built a store within the Disney park. This was back in '96. We built the World of Disney store in like the Disney Village. I don't know if you ever...
like down Disney Springs or whatever it's called now?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you ever... we all have kids, right? Like, I don't know if you ever brought your children to, like, you can have breakfast with the characters on a steamboat.
Oh, yeah.
That's the complex. There's Planet Hollywood over there.
Okay.
We built this department store, and it was awesome. It was, we had to dress like tourists. Like, we couldn't wear, like, Budweiser T-shirts, couldn't wear bandanas.
And you couldn't look like staff.
Correct. We couldn't bring, like, a playmate in. We had to bring lunch in, like, a backpack. You know what I mean? Like, we had to kind of blend in. Mm-hmm.
But you're carrying hammers and saws. You fucking really blend in.
Yeah, for the most part. But I will say this, though. I've had friends who have, coworkers who have taken a crap in those porta potties that are on construction site and they get crabs and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, just because the heat.
Oh my God, I feel so dirty in this whole episode. Man.
Yeah, but I will say this.
Condoms in your face.
I will say this, though. The porta potties at Disney they cleaned them every hour.
Yeah.
They were like, you actually wanted to take a crap.
Even the bathrooms. Like I told my wife that. I'm like, you go shit in Germany. The fucking air vents right on you. Like, it's 90 out and you're fucking, like.
So, like, I normally
in Germany.
Like, normally I would hold it because you don't want to go in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, pee is
echoes, yeah.
But yeah, they were great. And no matter what, at 5 o'clock, man, they were adamant. Like, we had to shut down. We could go back to work at 6, but they would host like high schools from all around the country and they would perform like on the stage.
Yeah.
And so they considered that was their time. Like, they were like, you guys aren't going to mess up their time. So we couldn't make a noise.
That's respectful. That's okay.
Absolutely. So couldn't make a peep. So I was working with my brother-in-law, and so we went to go check out the band, high school band. And I'm standing on top of the parapet wall, and you could see my shadow like over the crowd. And the band's playing like Rawhide, and I'm like tapping my foot. And all of a sudden, my brother, like, they stop playing, and my brother-in-law screams, "Rawhide!" And they all turn and look at me, and I'm like, not gonna do anything. I'm like, But some of my favorite times ever was in the mornings because the landscapers would be out there.
Yeah.
And that's when Little Mermaid came out, and they would play the soundtrack to Little Mermaid, and I would just be all by myself on aerial lift. I did the penthouse, like, there was a gazebo up on the top, and I framed that, and all morning long, just listen to Little Mermaid. I loved it.
I don't even believe you're admitting.
And then you went through
puberty.
tunnels?
You went through puberty.
I did.
Didn't they offer you guys like fishing trip or tunnel?
Yes. So we had the option before. So when we got there, it was just the steel guys. So then we came as the framers. So before, like, there were some electricians there, of course, but like the HVAC people and all the other. Disney was like, look, let's we want to treat you guys for hard work, whatever. And they gave us an option to go either deep sea fishing or take a tour of Disney. Well, we kind of talked to them a little bit about it, and they actually let us do both, like on 2 different days. So we took the tour of the Disney, and it was phenomenal. Like, I had no idea about the underground tunnels there. Like, tractor trailers.
Oh, really? That big?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Like, so now, I don't know if you guys ever go there again. Like, you notice you never see anyone with a cart restocking.
Like staff members,
Yeah,
you don't see them walking
every
around.
kiosk, every store has a tunnel that goes to it. So all the merchandise goes. Fascinating.
Or they got elevators underneath them or
Yeah.
something?
So as you well know, like, the water table in Florida is like
Right.
a foot. You know,
So I was wondering, how do they
there's
do
no
the
basements.
tunnels?
I know. So they built up Disney. I never knew that.
I see.
It was phenomenal.
Like an underground city.
Yeah, I was. Now, the better story is when we went deep sea fishing. But I was, just absolutely blown out or blown away with. Did I say blow?
Yeah.
Are you on the couch again?
Yeah. Like 3 times. Like,
Before you go into the fishing store, let's just really quick ad break, and then we'll get right back to it. Okay, so you were talking about fishing?
Yep. So they took us deep sea fishing off of Tampa, and you know they had food, all the beer you could drink, and so we're out there, and I couldn't tell you if we're 2 miles off shore or 3 miles, but we're catching fish like this big all day, and for like maybe 5 hours, all bombed, you know, and. The captain's like, "You guys ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah," you know, all sunburned, you know, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think we had enough." And he's heading back out in the ocean. Like I'm looking at the land, I'm like, like that. I'm like, "Wait, didn't we just do fishing?" He's like, "No, man, like that's bait." So I'm like, "Wait," my eyes got all big. I'm like, "So like I can get something bigger than this?" Like I'm thinking like orca, you know, like you know, I'm like, "Oh my," so I'm all amped up, you know. And the number one rule that the captain said is like, "Look, no casting." I'm like, fuck, you know, I forgot all about that, man. I'm all amped up. He's like, all right, drop the line. So I went, you know, I go to cast, and I caught the captain on his shoulder.
Oh, shit.
But it ripped his shirt, like it didn't catch his flesh. He put me in the corner in the boat.
Why no casting?
Well, for that reason.
Oh.
You know, it just,
Okay.
yeah.
Because everybody's at the edge.
Yeah.
They're all dropping lines.
So I'm like, fuck, man.
Plus, you're already out there. Like, what are you casting?
Well,
I know,
You drop
it was just the thought of it. Like I had to do it, you know, and it's like a big red button. Like if it's glowing, you know you shouldn't push it, but it's like staring at you, and you're like, and I got a funny story about this too. So I'm like, you know you shouldn't push it, but you have to.
Right.
So
You have to.
but I never caught.
It should say push here, and then you won't.
That's true. But don't make it glowing. Like, you know,
Don't tempt me.
Don't put the light on. But I never caught anything. Never caught anything bigger. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a great time, great experience.
Yeah.
You know, like. And one thing about Disney is even though they had brilliant minds, architects that designed this building, they still, like, it was all visual for them. So I can't tell you, Roman, how many times that we built something and they're like, nah, take it down.
Yeah.
And we, you know, redo it. We were making these clouds out of drywall. You know, we could freehand it and take a rotozip, you know, and we mounted up to some steel, like, grid work, you know, and they had lights on it. And they would come in and they would look at it and like, nah, you know, and they would pay us to redo it.
But they
It's not like they don't have money.
yeah, but what they're doing is right. I mean, their vision is spot on.
It is.
Yeah.
And, you know, my niece is handicapped. She was born with spinal bifida. When she was younger, she was able to be in a walker. She has since digressed, and now she's in a wheelchair. But even when we would take her to the park, we put her in a wheelchair. And one thing I'll say about that corporation, like, they couldn't do enough for her.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, we kind of bucked the system a little bit because we're like, Erica, you want to go on this roller coaster? She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you do. So we can get in the front of the line. You know what I mean? And then we leave her there. You know?
She's screaming. She's like, ah.
No, we wouldn't let her get on. We'd leave her there. So we would cut the line.
Oh my goodness.
But,
Stay here. We'll be right back.
but they couldn't do enough for her. You know what I mean? Like they want you to have a good experience. And so that was fun.
I have to say, I've been to Disney World and Disneyland. What a difference.
Yes. Which one you like better?
A world, of
Yeah, me
course.
too.
Yeah.
Where's Disney World? Is it the one in California?
No,
No,
it's
land
Florida.
in California, world in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, I like land better. I've never been to World.
No. You've been to World, which is in Florida.
That's what I said.
Come on.
Disneyland.
Do better,
on.
man.
Get your head out of Paul's ass.
One year
Or you can put it in there if you want.
one year we went
I
to.
can fart you out. I can do it on command.
What? That should
You know
be,
I'm gonna do this.
That should be like That should be like a 4D experience at Disney World. So one year we went to Newport Beach in California. We stayed there for holidays, and then we went to Disneyland. And the day we went to Disneyland was one of their busiest days in like years. We barely made it. There were people who bought tickets, and I think they couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And we must have been the last like 100 that made it in.
Really?
Like I think we were like begging people. You have extra of that shit? I bought a different.
Well, you got 4-pack, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
So sorry, your ass out, buddy.
That's all right.
Get yourself.
Trust me, I'm going to.
No.
Yeah, he's like, fuck
we
Roman.
gotta get fart power.
I gave you all the head.
That's why we're friends.
That's right.
There's an understanding here.
That's why we're staring at each other right now.
Yeah.
Heart's coming on my ears.
We should just wrap our arms around like this.
Remember that? Think about that. Yeah. You probably did that with a girlfriend back in the day when you were kids. You know what I mean? Like
We were practically
We're all idiots.
begging the security guys to like let us in, and we went in, and I just remember them like, no, okay, nobody else can get in.
Yeah.
And it was nuts, but Disney World all day
Yeah. Same here.
over at Disneyland.
Yeah. We used to go every year. I mean, my father was really big on vacations. Like he would work like his flesh off his bones just for us as a family to go. And there were 6 of us, right? I have, 3 other siblings and mom and dad. And, and we had a trailer, which at the time I'm like, can't we just stay in a hotel? Sorry.
Noisy.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm like, can't we just stay in a hotel? Come on. And,
You got a trailer like a camper.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, you get a little older, you realize that like my dad we were able to go on vacation several times during the summer. We used to go to Toronto all the time.
Yeah.
Loved it. Great city. We used to go to Florida every year.
Super fucking clean too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because we would stay at a trailer park and it's $30 a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we had showers and stuff. So you appreciate that stuff when you get a little older. But yeah, we used to go every year, man. We used to go for 2 weeks during spring break. I would miss a week at school because my dad, God bless his soul, that dude was 55, man. Not 54, not 56. I'm like, fuck, Dad. Come on, man. Like, I don't know how he did it. Like 55, that's it. Yeah. So it took us forever to get down there. But yeah, great experiences, man.
Yeah.
Really, really. Oh, red button story, real quick. So the job I work at now, there was an incident where the HVAC unit at the place I take care of crapped the bed. It was during the summer. It's a few years ago. It's hot, small branch. They don't have the ability to open multiple doors where you can get like a breeze in. It's just one door, So I called the HVAC company because even though I only know the basics, you know what I mean? Like I can only do so much.
You'd be like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Hot in here. I called them. They couldn't get out there for hours. So I'm like, look, Terry, I'm going to try something, So the HVAC unit is up in the ceiling, which is in the worst possible spot. It's the only place they could put it. So I'm in the break room.
Most commercial places, they put them up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like if they have drop ceiling, they'll put them up there.
Yeah. I have 2 that are like that. I have a lot of rooftop units, But anyways, so I got my step ladder out and I moved the ceiling tiles and I'm up there. I open it up and I'm trying everything that I know of. Well, then I look and there's this red button and I'm like,
oh, you never push the red button.
I said the same thing and I'm like, nah. I kept on looking at it, I'm like, well, shit, nothing else is working. Like,
Yeah.
Well, so I push it and it turned out to be like a low pressure sensor. Like when there was not enough like,
Freon or whatever.
yeah.
Refrigerant?
So like that was the bypass button. Well, no one told me that. It was glowing. It was red,
right.
And I pushed the fucking thing, and when it fired up, and it was so loud, dude. I'm like, dude, it scared the shit out of me. My ladder kicked out. I was like holding on to the ceiling. All you saw was my feet. It scared the shit out of me, man. So I saw my feet dangling. I had to drop down, man. It was an archaic unit. It's like, I don't know, 15 years old. So it was just loud when it started. But my God.
So the low pressures to protect the condenser?
Yeah, I think so. Like, again.
So, but if you do that, it's still low pressure, so it'll blow up the condenser or shit the bed?
Well, come to find out, our HVAC company wasn't cleaning the coils.
Oh.
So they were just overheating. You know what I mean? So
This is straight up shit Roman does, yeah.
So we
Nope. I look at it. I'm like, nope, fuck that. I'm calling my HVAC guy.
yeah. I mean, again, I only know the basics.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
You know what I say? I only know what YouTube knows.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell when I first started where I work, we had like a new employee initiation, like a seminar or whatever. Like all the new employees got together, new hires, and do a round table, whatever. And it was my turn. So I said, told them my name and what I do. I said, well, if you see me in the back room, it's because I'm Googling how to fix it. And I said, I'll always come in with duct tape and WD-40. That solves it all, man. Phone, duct tape, WD-40. That's it, man.
Right. That's right.
That's all you can do. But a lot of times you get lucky, you shut the unit down.
Yeah.
And it'll reset itself.
Reset or something. There's some sort of capacitor.
Yeah, that was
It's like IT tech. First thing they say, have you restarted your computer?
Yeah.
Restart your computer.
yeah. It was.
And they're like, oh, everything's fixed now. Okay. That'll be $75.
I know a guy. He says, when in duty, rebooty the computy.
Really?
Yeah.
You kind of need a pen and paper.
Right. Write that
Right
down.
on your dick napkin.
It has a hole in it.
Yeah, I sucked at it too much.
It's dry. He sucked it dry.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for coming down.
Great times, guys.
I mean,
I like
this was fun.
I think you should be a regular.
You made me laugh so hard.
So we're going to call this
I
episode.
fucking cried.
We'll call it Paul 1.
No.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you want. Like, I just.
Well, we're gonna call it Paul 1. So fuck off.
Yeah. So fuck up.
Okay, I guess I'm fucking
So
off.
we can have Paul 2 and Paul 3. And
Hey, audience, apparently I'm fucking off.
We'll think of a way to name it so it's like
sequential.
sure.
That was a good word, right? Sequential.
Wow.
Well, I saw the one episode when you guys talked about like going back to the basics. I mean, this is kind of like the basic.
Yeah.
We're having beers, buddies. You know, just
Because we got a ton of guests, and I mean, it's really good for us, and it's really good for everybody else. But it's been busy,
yeah. I got plenty of stories.
Yeah, well, we'll hear them.
But
Yeah.
and maybe next time there'll be a what do I want?
Filter? No filter.
No filter.
A
We could put a mask on you.
dinosaur suit with
And
a
then
fart.
Why am I?
Yeah, but you're gonna be like that fucking Barney or something, the gay dino.
Okay, real quick story. Okay, I'll wrap.
Okay.
No, 1 minute. 1 minute. So, he was a coworker of ours at Chase Pickin. Should I mention his name? No, nothing bad about this.
That's okay.
What
First name.
it was his first name.
Jeff.
Okay.
Did he go to school with us?
No,
Oh, okay. I know. Did he work in like hardware or something?
he did, but then he worked with us in the lumber department.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah.
So his
His last name begin with R?
no S.
Yeah, that
All
one too.
So Jeff, go ahead.
TUV.
Stop.
So it was his daughter. What the hell was his daughter's name?
Penelope.
No, that's stripper's name.
Diamond Sparkles.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's just say Bridget. And he's like, "Hey, Paul, look, a friend of mine, whatever. Like, would you be interested in dressing up as Barney for my daughter's birthday party?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, Jeff. Like, I get into that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's for the kids." So I'm like, "Absolutely." So
For the kids.
I do drive a white van. So it was at the fire department in Clay.
Yeah.
So go to the party, whatever, and all these people there. Well, it's time for me to come out as Barney. And dude, the fucking suit was like way too small. Like the sleeves came up to here. Like it came up to here. Like, it was like knickers. So you know how like Barney would be like this? I'm like, "Hey kids." I got my Batman tattoo. I'm like, "Hey."
So you had like a T-Rection?
Dude, it was so bad. The only thing that fit was the
So small.
was the head.
You can see his boner, a T-Rection.
It was so bad. I was like, so I'm looking at Jeff. I'm like, "You seriously want me to come back like out and do this?" He's like, "Yeah, but you'd be fine." I'm like, "Jeff, like,
But you did it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, of course
I'm
you
like, "Hey, kids, like I love you."
Barney
Barney
on
gave me-
steroids.
It was awful.
I love you. You love me. Barney gave me HIV.
Let's do it again.
Oh, it was so bad. I remember the kids were like staring at me, like for real, Paul.
Like that Barney is a
Barney.
crackhead. The
I'm
Batman
Barney.
tattoo.
Where's the pipe, Barney?
Oh man. Well,
Good times, guys. Seriously.
thank you, Paul, again.
Yeah, thank you.
No, this is fun, man.
Nice to have you here.
I'm going to book it again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome back.
Are you doing a podcast at your event?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Well, the background noise.
We'll do like live and stuff where other followers on Instagram can
Sure.
tune in, and if they're in the area, they can
There should be some followers there attending also.
The band, is it local band? Oh,
Yeah.
CMY, right?
both are local. Yeah.
Good, awesome.
One is like a solo performer, and then the other one is a full band.
Yeah, nice.
So it's they both sound great. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a good deal. I'm proud of you guys. Seriously, it's
It's our first time organizing something like that. So if
It's a lot of fucking work, man.
if everything turns out well, maybe that's something we'll keep doing every year. But we need everyone's support. Please show up.
Sure.
Let's like run out of beer and food, and like let's have these people come back next year.
Plus, it's my birthday.
Is it really?
There you go.
You'll be what, 52?
3 inches
50 centimeters.
wide.
I was gonna say I'm like a tuna can, man. I'm like a hubcap.
Okay.
I may not hit rock bottom, man, but I'll pull the shit out of the sides.
Frisbee. You interlock.
We want to also mention a local comedy club.
Yeah, so Mohegan Manor on Friday nights, they have in their comedy vault downstairs, they have comedy nights every Friday. So, try to attend that. And I think it's something that just started out, so he's trying to generate some business there. So,
yeah, it's nice to support local comedians who are trying out, and they really need people out there. So,
Are they looking for talent?
Go
Got
out.
a talent.
yeah.
Yeah. When there's a talent show, we want to reveal what your secrets.
Do you want them to laugh with you or laugh at you?
Well,
as long as they're laughing, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk.
You're going to talk out your ass?
Yeah, my toothless one will
Talk
talk.
out your ass. Yeah.
The almighty toothless one.
So please come out on Fridays to Comedy Vault in Baldwinsville. Support those comedians. Help them out. They need as much support as possible. Sure. It's you're getting in front of people and trying out your jokes. I'm sure it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Right. Especially if it doesn't land. Then what do you do? Like you have to recover quickly.
But give them good support. I mean, help them out. They could be next generation of Louis C.K. or Joe Rogan or other great comedians that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, but you're going to have fun. They're not. It's not going to be 100% bad if at all. So
yeah,
you'll find out something to laugh at.
Absolutely. So please come out to support. We also want to thank all the followers that are following us. That what are you doing?
Nothing.
There's nothing better than a boner in sweatpants.
Yeah. We want to thank all the followers, all the listeners, all the people that are supporting us. We appreciate it because of your loyalty, following, and listening is helping us to continue this podcast. So really can't thank you guys enough.
And thank you to Hopped Up Network.
Hopped Up Network. Thank you for always every week they post our episodes. So we thank them as well. We're still working on getting to 4,000 followers on Instagram to do the giveaway.
That could happen by the end of our event.
Yeah, I hope so. I have no social media, so I can't help you guys out.
Well, but you could sell our social media
absolutely.
for us.
Yeah.
Watch me fart and sign up for follow these guys.
Let me fix your HVAC, and I'll fart.
So just want to say again, thank you, Paul, for taking your time and coming out here. And until next
thank you for the beers.
Yeah,
good beers, by
stuff,
the way.
Right?
Yeah.
Very good beer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.